This is NAB Show Live.
David, tell me a little bit more about your company here at Aperi.
Right, so Aperi is a developer of software-based applications for live media virtualization, so specifically in low latency, high compute applications. And today, the focus is really around remote production, a lot of the IP to IP boundaries that we see becoming more widespread as these broadcasters start to really push the envelope on transitioning from traditional baseband SDI workflows to an all IP-based environment.
Wonderful, wonderful. Could you tell me a couple of the highlights of what you're focusing on with your company this year?
Yeah, so the remote production aspect is really built around cost savings, trying to minimize the number of people that you have to actually send out to a venue. And with some of the price reduction and bandwidth, it becomes more feasible to go out and say, hey, I'm going to take 20 camera feeds back from this venue and produce the event in my studio, and then the next day use that same studio for another event in another location. So the broadcasters can really look at cost savings by, one, not having to have a lot of people on site. The producers get to go home at the end of the day. And so we see a lot of applications around the remote production.
What kind of companies are you working with currently?
So we have several partners here on display at the booth. So Dataminer is an orchestration system that actually goes in and sets up the feeds across the network. Demetis is another orchestration platform, and Vidi. So from a partnership standpoint, it's key for us to have somebody that has the software components to be able to allow a user set up services end to end across the network and do it seamlessly, do it very fast and efficient. So over here is the remote production setup. We've got TICO as the compression format. And in this model, we've got 4 camera feeds that are coming back from the venue. And with the display, you're able to select the camera that is out at the venue from your studio. Okay. So the low latency aspect allows you to basically take that leap in technology where you can start to say, all right, this works, it's tested, and we're starting to see it get widely deployed.
Very nice, very nice. There was also another aspect that you wanted to show right over here.
You have these boundary points where you have the content creators and you have the service providers, and you have to be able to police and securely track the IP flows that are going back and forth between the networks. So in this example here, we have Dataminer as the orchestration system that allows you to go in and book feeds, and it will set up and tear down based on a number of different parameters that you can filter against and send the content in and out of your network. Dataminers, again, they're the orchestration piece that has the ability to go in and put up and tear down these feeds. So from a user standpoint, it becomes, plug and play from a provisioning standpoint. And then Aperi, our platform sits either at the edge of the network or it could be in a public or private cloud environment. And with the virtualization aspect, today it could be a NAT firewall app, tomorrow it could be a multi-viewer, and the day after that it could be a JPEG 2000 encoder. So with the virtualization aspect, from our standpoint, everything is just an app. And that's where we see a lot of the FPGA technology for the high compute, low latency fits right in with this live media workflow.